What's good, YouTube? It's Rage Rail. So in today's video, I want to show you guys what I believe the best zone drop settings are in Madden 22. So if you enjoyed this video, go and drop a like on the video right now. Go ahead and sub and turn on post notifications on. So first and foremost, I brought you guys here just to kind of tell you guys the playbook that I'm in for this gameplay that you're about to see is the Dolphins defensive playbook. Again, I'm in the Dolphins defensive playbook. Now, what I mean by zone drop settings is actually our coaching adjustments and what I believe are the best zone drop to kind of set to kind of see what your opponent wants to do, and you're going to see me do that in the gameplay, and I'll talk about it in the gameplay. So first and foremost, I kind of just want to tell you like why I like the Dolphins defensive playbook, and then we're going to hop right into the gameplay. So we have 3-4 odd, we have 3-4 bear, which can be really nice. I know that a lot of guys like the little bear defense. They also have this 4-3 even 6-1. We have big nickel over G, which is really popular, you know, nickel 2-4-5, and we have double A gap, and there's also 3-3-5 odd, and of course we have 2-3-6 Sam, which I believe is really good, and 1-4-6, as you know, is really great. So you're going to see me run 3-4 odd, you're going to see me run a little big nickel over G, you're going to see me run some 2-3-6 Sam and 1-4-6 in this gameplay. So without further ado, man, let's go ahead and dive right into this gameplay. Alright, so you can tell right here we are on defense, and the way I'm gonna do this video, you guys are gonna be able to see everything as far as like, you know, defense adjustments, as me picking my defense, me adjusting my zone drops. You're gonna be able to see all of that. So right here, first and foremost, what I believe is the best to start off with is a 25 and a 10. But it all depends on what formation. So if you want a standard, then that's the 25-10. So 20 with flats, 5 with 10, well 5 with curl flats, and 10 with your hooks. Those are standard. Now, per formation is going to vary because some formations like trips tight end, it may be better to put a 25 for your flat instead of a 20. So it all depends on exactly what. Now bunch, you know, there might be things that you can do. So I like to actually not zone drop versus bunch. You guys, I already put out my bunch defense, so if you guys want that, make sure you go check my defensive playlist, because honestly it's really nice. But right here, my opponent ran a little nice combo right there. I went with the backside slant. I had personally no business running with that backside slant because I actually put a vertical hook, which takes away those backside slants. So nice dot by my opponent right there. Now first and goal. Now I actually did not want to come on 3-4 odd, so no, I do not run 3-4 odd versus bunch, and I don't recommend you to do it either. It's just that I actually was not able to pick my defense, and I just went ahead and you know, chose it again just because I didn't want to go through and set it up because he was on the goal line. So right there, we actually do play great defense, and like I said, in normal circumstances, you don't want to run 3-4 odd versus bunch unless you're on the goal line, because I do like it, because if they run the ball, you have great, you know, you have basically the personnel out there to stop the run. So if they're on the goal line, I still like to run 3-4 odd versus bunch. Yes. So anyways, right here, second and goal. Now I probably should not have contained, but regardless, I don't know why my person literally left there. He was in the flats and then he just suddenly abandoned the left. That is the only thing about zone drops, and just sometimes the defense in general, sometimes they just do unexplainable stuff. Like example right there, like I have no clue why somebody would say, hey, I'm gonna leave this person and just go run and actually guard somebody that's not my responsibility. I couldn't tell you. But anyways, right there, it doesn't matter. So the good thing about the zone drop with the 20, the 5, and the 10 is that you're pretty much gonna have still great run defense. Now, some of you guys might not know, but if you adjust your zone drops too far, they actually will not actually be able to play the run. So if I was to put my hook curl at like 15, then they actually won't play run first. They'll actually just play pass first, because they'll actually back up like safeties do in run fits. So that's something that's really interesting. I may do a video on that showing you guys that. But anyway, 2nd and 7 right now. He is trip tight end now. This is actually one of my favorite zone drop defenses versus trip tight end. So I manned up the tight end so in case they do a streak, and I'm going to run with the crosser. Now another way I could have done was put my cornerback in the flat so that crosser could get taken away, and I could have technically ran with that backside slant with that setup, and I could have just used it a linebacker. But if somebody shows me they want to run that backside slant combo, what I like to do is actually turn zone drops off, and I actually like to play match on the backside. So I did put out a trips tight end defense. If you guys curious about that, again, make sure you go check my defensive playlist. But essentially, if you don't want to, this is basically what I like to do out of any trips tight end type of set. And right here, you can tell it's great coverage, but I have no clue why they do that. So even in real life, a defender's not going to leave their feet. The only time a defender's leaving their feet is if they know for sure they're going to pick the ball off, or, you know, swat it for sure. So for me to not get any animation and my person automatically animated to leave their feet, really unfortunate right there. So it turned about a 6-7 yard completion into a, you know, what you just seen right there, probably about 40 yards. But regardless, some things you just can't control on this game, so you just got to keep battling. You know, that's what I learned about this game, because honestly, y'all, this game used to really get me really frustrated, because as you guys know, it's animation based. It's not really skill based, it's animation based. And I hate to say it, but that's true, because it's the reason why you guys might lose the people that you know you're better than or something like that. And that's normally why, just because you just can't control that kind of stuff, you know. But all you can do is worry about what you can control, and that's just the adjustment. And that's what I'm here for, y'all. So right here, 2nd and 17. But like I said, man, I really love this. So if you don't notice, I put a purple out there instead of that quarter, because I wanted that little tight end route taken away. As you can tell, it did a great job of bracketing it, and then we're going to be able to throw the ball away. So basically, that's how you adjust, though. You want to see what the opponent's doing, and then you want to actually take that away whenever you want to. So like, for example, on that last play where that tight end caught that deep route, caught that drag and turned it into a 30, 40 yard gain. I wanted to go ahead and take that away again, so what I did was just put a purple out there. So you want to always play off your opponent's tendencies, and to me that's really big. So you don't want to just because I say, hey, 25 and 10 is the best zone drop defense, don't just sit in that no matter what the opponent's doing. You always want to tweak it some, do certain things, and honestly, you'll have fun with it, man. So right here, 4th and 17. So normally most people will take their points. This person actually decided to go for tight flick. So what I did here was I'm actually going to call a double Mabel, because we have 20 and 5s. So basically, I don't want to give up no drags, but I also don't want to give up nothing deep as well. So you can tell the drags cover, that crossers cover. So right here, we're basically just looking for a route bounce, and he does have that, but wasn't worried about it because there was nowhere near the first down. So that's why I went ahead and left that. So you see, we did get the ball back on offense, and then we did turn the ball over right there, which I will show the offense of this in a different video. So it's because it was a good game regardless. Like, this game was actually really fun to play. Besides the little fluke that happened here and there, it was a pretty interesting game. But I actually had to call a timeout because for 146 for current gen, it's actually better to run it with auto flip off. And again, I have a video out on this defense, so as you guys can tell, I literally give you my whole scheme, or like anytime I'll cover a certain formation a certain way, I like to try to give it to you guys because I have success out of it, So that's why if you guys are my OGs and you guys have been watching me, almost every video I put out, you guys will be able to know, like, oh, hey, he put out a defense for this, or hey, he put out this offense, or hey, he put out that offense, So like, that's why things are a little easier for me to kind of bag for say, because sometimes I'm looking at these offenses and I'm like, oh, hey, like, I know these route combos, because sometimes they're actually my route combos I put out, and I know how to stop my own stuff for the majority. I know how to stop my stuff, and that's why, like I said, this defense is just crazy too. As you can tell right there, we get 2 sheds right there, and I mean, there's just nothing you can do. And I'm really surprised that wasn't a fumble, to be honest with you guys. So he did end up, I think the second half ended up coming. He kicked the field goal, missed it, and so now we're in the second half. And this strong close, it can be deadly, because it actually is a really great counter to 3-3-5 wide. Honestly, now you could definitely stop the run with 3-3-5 wide. You have to know where to slide your line, and they have to, you basically have to know where to slide your line. And also, I'm playing with the Dolphins, and the Eagles have a really great offensive line, so it's going to make it just that much tougher. So I'm actually glad that he, didn't start the game off with this, because I probably wouldn't have been able to show you guys this gameplay, because I played 2 games. Today I recorded this. I played 2 games. The first one I couldn't even use it all because he ran nothing but under center, and it just didn't make sense. Like, he didn't pass the ball really. He literally just ran the ball under center. And anytime he passed the ball, it was like 3rd and long or something like that. And then he quit out when it was like, I think it was 14-0 or something. He quit out, and I was like, I can't use this. And then so this is literally like the next game that I loaded into. So you can tell right there, I did decide to adjust it. I decided to put it at 15 because, like I told you guys, I like to put it at 20 or 15 just to see, okay, is he throwing over that cloud, or maybe he's throwing a backside slant, but I don't want to put a vertical hook. Then at that point, I'll use a curl, and I'll put that curl at 10 yards, so that way he can stop that backside slant. So it's just a lot of things right there. Like I said, 3-3-5 wide can get gassed if you use it in the middle versus strong close. So I was like, okay, I'm tired of giving up the run. I'm pretty sure now he's going to come to run. So I thought about doing 4-3-6-1 because that's actually a great run defense as well, which I put out a video on, but I still like my 3-4 odd. I could just be a little biased, but I've been running 3-4 odd forever, honestly. It's been really good at Madden for years and years just because of how symmetrical the formation is. As right there, you could tell you try to get out the pocket, we had a quarterback tame. Now, one thing I did notice was that my cloud was actually about to get beat. So what I did was I backed him off a little bit, and I think that's why he hurried up offense. But I noticed he clicked on his lineman. I wanted to run commit so bad, but I normally don't like run commit even though I know it. And the reason why I don't is because it almost feels like it's no reward on this game for run committing, because as you know, you can run commit and they can literally still move the ball on you. Like, they can literally still break the ball outside, or it's you know, go inside. If you run commit like to the right or left, they can still turn around and go the other way. And it's crazy. Like, I would just rather not even worry about run committing, you know. So right here, 3rd and 15. So I'm playing like a double Mabel side, which is, this is my favorite cover shell if you guys were curious, a double Mabel with the purple and the cloud, and then actually playing like a backside, either, you know, 5-yard or a backside 20-yard zone drop, just depending on the formation, literally. So right here you can tell 4th and 15. So trying to decide what he's going to do. If he was smart, to be real with you guys, he probably would kick a field goal and just be 10-7, and he could try to get a stop on defense. But most people do not play the game smart on here. Sometimes I don't play the game smart, you know. Sometimes you just want to go for it. But right here, this is a double Mabel coverage I was telling you guys about. So we have a 20 and we have a 5. Now, I probably should have backed those guys off who was at 20s, but it's fine because they actually sit right where we need them to. Went ahead and sent the spy, but he did have Jalen Hurts. So I went to myself to go use or pull him up. And thankfully, right there, we actually do get a nice pick, because I almost got dotted for a touchdown just because I thought I was going to be able to get there fast enough with my user. But I wasn't able to, man. He's going to be in gun bunch tight end, and ever since they nerfed the gun bunch tight end, the delay fade, I really don't understand why people run it on current gen. Now, next gen, I know it's still a little glitchy, but on current gen, it's not as glitchy anymore ever since they took the delay fade away. So what I like to do for it now is double Mabel still, and that's still a 20 and a 5. So my flats are at 20, and my curls, well, my purples are at 5 still. Now, one thing about Big Nickel is, like, sometimes when you press or do a certain adjustment, that safety will roll down. So I was trying to back him up, but I couldn't actually back him up because what can happen is he can definitely get bombed. So notice how my safety is just nowhere to be found, and that's only because of I pressed him by accident. And even still, that's literally 3. I literally had 3 people right there, and just nobody could figure out how to come up with the ball. So this drive, I hope y'all are watching this drive, because this drive is absolutely crazy. So right here, I actually decided to click on my safety and actually move him, so that way he doesn't roll down by accident. So he should be in proper position, and I widen out my defensive line so that way I can have a contain on the field and we can still have a nice little pass rush. So right here you can tell there's just nothing open. Now my person doesn't get glitched out, but look at this, I'm literally right there and I just literally get carried out of bounds, I guess. It looked like I was in to me, but that's already picked number 2. That should have been. Now he's gonna come out and gun bunch tight end again. And one thing I don't understand is if you're getting bagged on the formation, I feel like at that point you should switch it. But nice job by him actually running the ball. That's what I'm talking about. Thought he was gonna pass the ball again. So I actually really like that decision by my opponent, because now he has a 4th and manageable, right? So I went ahead and played the same coverage shell, and I'm about to actually drop my defensive end / outside linebacker in a flat. You can tell, perfect call, but great decision by him. I didn't have time to put a quarterback spy, and yeah, just all around great decision by him to take that first down. So 1st and 10. So now I decided to switch on my defense, and the reason I'm switching it up is because I want to be able to put a spy on the field easily, and I want that spy to be athletic. So that's why I went ahead and chose 3-3-5 wide, and I'm gonna put that linebacker right there in the spy, as you can tell, and I'm gonna play double Mabel to that strong side. So right here, you did motion him out. So at this point, anytime you see your opponent let a motion set, that normally means they're going to run a streak with that guy. But I was really cool with this. So I noticed he wasn't on a streak. I was like, okay, cool. And I see the backside wheel route, but I was waiting on the route bounce. But right there, you tell you try to throw it. We get an animation and just still cannot catch a pick. That's literally 3 already. 3 on one drive that we should have had. We just don't have anymore. So I figured some fluke was about to happen, getting ready to happen again, because we just cannot catch a break on defense for whatever reason. And it's one of the things that, upsets me about the game. It's cool, but I feel like you should get rewarded. So, like, if I make a great adjustment, I feel like I should get rewarded. If my opponent makes a great adjustment, he should get rewarded, So, and that just doesn't happen on Madden 22. And it's unfortunate, because it used to happen on the older Maddens. Like, if you made a mistake on the older Maddens, you were 10 out of 10 throwing a pick. Like, it was no question about it. Like, as soon as you let that ball go, you already knew you was throwing a pick because you made a mistake. And that's the way I think the game should be. It should be more competitive that way, to make you have to think a little bit more. It should make you have to be careful with the ball, because now it seems like you could just throw up a jump ball and just, worst case scenario is a SWAT animation or something, or, some stuff like that, but also, I do think you should get rewarded for, like, if somebody has a mismatch. So, like, if they had, like, I don't know, your 4th string cornerback on, Devontae Adams or something, I think you should get rewarded with an automatic win animation on a catch. Like, if you throw the ball up, that's some things I think should happen, but it's hard to say, but anyways, getting off topic here, but 2nd and 18, you guys can tell he's in this empty cowboy, which actually is a really nice formation, to be honest with you. There's a lot of annoying things you can do out of empty cowboy. I'm not sure if I did a video on empty cowboy, but I may, because it actually is a nice empty formation. Just like I'm actually going to do an empty on the Seahawks. More than likely it should be coming up the next video or so. So be on the lookout for that, because that's actually one of the best empty formations in Madden. Shout out to Rain, of course, because that's who I know who runs it. But I haven't watched the Rain video in a while because you guys might not know it, but I actually don't keep up with many Madden content creators, like as far as watching their videos. Sometimes it shows up in my recommended, but sometimes, you know, it doesn't. So when it does, I try to watch it. When it doesn't, you know, I basically don't go searching up for stuff, if that makes sense. But you know, I'm really thankful everybody in the Madden community is moving in the same direction. And the reason why, I have respect for everybody, all the content creators. I actually plan on doing something big here in a little while, which you guys will be able to see. So those of you guys that are watching this video, be on the lookout, man. A couple months, you guys are gonna be able to see exactly what I have going on and exactly what I've been working on. But right there, I feel like that's what, 4? That's 4 picks, right? I should have had on one drive alone. And look, he's only throwing 1 pick, but look at all the questionable reads he throws. So to me, I feel like the score shouldn't be this close, if you want to be honest. I feel like I should have had the ball back. And in the offensive video when I put out on this, I only threw, I think, 1 interception that really wasn't my fault. I actually had a pressure inaccurate, and it's just I haven't been able to get the ball back. So this has been a low scoring game, but I feel like I would have been easily dominated. It's right there. He's gonna run basically the same exact route combination again, and I don't understand why people do that. If you get bagged on one setup, you know, why would you run that same setup again? Like, obviously I'm gonna run the same setup I just ran if I just shut down that play. You know, that's the way I think about it, you know. But anyways, right here, 3rd and 13. I tried to go back and use that because I seen it coming. But if you guys go back and look, I actually ran into my own player when I wasn't trying to do that. I was trying to just go and alert that. But you know, all in all, that's a good great dot, because I know that's the opening of this defense. That's why I was shooting over there with my user, because I noticed the route combo that was coming. So right here, one of the unfortunate things that you kind of can't do anything about that little you can, but just not with this particular defense that I'm in. I'd have to do like a little bit different of adjustments. But right here, 1st and 10, he tried to look for the table route, was not there, played great defense, and he's going to have to throw the ball away. So he's 13 for 23. Shouldn't even have that many, no, because some of those should have been some picks in there. But anyways, right here, watch this. So you notice me move my guy inside, so that way I don't have to give up that little RPO. And right there, I don't know how I missed that tackle. I have no clue how to make me miss that. It's one of the things that's unfortunate here dealing with animations, where sometimes you just don't get animations at all. And yeah, that's part of what I mean when I say this game is animation based, because that should have easily been a tackle for loss, easily. Because, you know, I timed it up well, shot the gap. You can see me right there, literally, I shot the gap, didn't get rewarded. Then all of a sudden we got 3 people there, and he's just, you know, gonna just bully his way right in the end zone between 3 people. So, you know, just craziness, you know, like that's why I don't get mad at this game anymore. I just, you know, it's whatever at this point. But right here, 2-point conversion, we have to get off the field. Now, right here, what you're going to realize, he actually going to run a route combo that I put on my channel specifically, and that's why you're going to see me shade down hard flats, because this is the defense I love to play, just in case somebody runs that combo on me. But as you guys know, you have to roll out to throw that pass, which I mentioned on my video. You have to roll out. You see what happens if you try to stay in the pocket. You're going to throw a pick versus cover 4 drop style defenses. But anyways, that's going to wrap it up for this video. I do hope you guys have a blessed day. I'm Rage Real, and I'm out.